everybody, welcome to this week's spelling. And this week we are focusing on the ch sounds. And there are two variations as you can see here. We have ch that's just made up of C and H. And here we have ch that's made up of T, C, H. So let's have a look at some of those words that use these sounds. So the first word that comes to my mind when I think of ch is chips, because I love chips so much. And I don't know anyone who doesn't. So I'm going to write my ch in a different color to identify the sound in the word. Chips. Right. Now the next word that comes to my mind when I think of this kind of ch is ditch. Sometimes people fall in a ditch if they're not watching where they're going. Ditch. The next word that I can think of with this sound is crunchy, because who doesn't love a crunchy chip? So we're going to write the word crunchy. Crunchy. Now the next word that comes to my mind for this spelling is actually stitch, because if you fall in a ditch, you might cut yourself and end up needing a stitch or two. Or if you're a big Disney fan like me, I think of Lilo and Stitch. Stitch. Let's have a look at our next word. The next word that comes to my mind for here is bench. Sometimes at break at school, our friends like to sit on the benches and eat their lunch or just have a chat. Bench. Right, now next word that I think of here is fetch. So if you did end up falling into a ditch, you would need someone to fetch you a first aid kit. Or a paramedic, if it's serious. Fetch. Finally, the word that I think of here would be church. Some people like to go to church. And the interesting thing about this spelling is that the ch sound is both in the beginning of the word and at the end of the word. Church. And then finally, the word that I think of here is watch, as in to look at your watch to see what the time is, or to watch your favorite TV show. Watch. So let's recap. We have chips, crunchy, bench, and church. And here we have ditch, stitch, fetch, and watch. Now, what I would like is for my friends in Galaxy, I would like for you to find another 5, or let me take that away, sorry, that looks like a subtraction. It's to find another 5 words that use our ch sounds. And our friends in Cosmos, I would like for you to find another 6 words that use our ch sounds. Let me put a full stop. And then finally, our friends in Andromeda, I would like for you to please find 7 extra words that use our ch sounds. So now we're going to see how we're going to do this in our books. So I've already opened up my language book and I've already prepped my language book for you guys just to save time. So I'm just going to close my markers because I don't want them to dry out. There we go. So in your language books, what you're going to do is you're going to write today's date, which is the 27th of May. You're going to write it next to the margin and you're going to underline it nice and straight. Then you're going to put your heading, which is spelling. And our spelling is the ch and ch. And I want you to do this in a different color. It can be red or another color to show that we're identifying that sound in the word. And finally, you're going to write sight words. And now we're going to write the sight words together. So I'm going to grab my pen. So I'm doing this all one-handed, quite skillfully, I might add. And we're going to have a look at our sight word. So our first sight word that we're going to write is the word break, as in to break a glass or to sit and have your lunch at break time at school. Then our next word is admire, to admire someone or to admire a piece of art, for example. Admire. And our next word is action, to take action. Action. Then our next word is favorite. Everybody has a favorite something. Could be a favorite show, a favorite color, a favorite food, or a favorite jersey. And our next word is the word amount. Someone could have a certain amount of money. Amount. And our next sight word is the word sign. To sign your name or to see a stop sign on the side of the road. Then our next sight word is the word pour. To pour yourself a big refreshing glass of water or juice. And finally, our last sight word is the word exit, as in to exit the building. Let's put a full stop. So let's recap our sight words. Break, admire, action, favorite, amount, sign, pour, and exit. If you're not sure of one of these words or what some of the words mean, you can always go into your dictionary and you can learn what the word means to help you with your sentences. So what we need to do now is we need to draw this table in our books. And what I've done is I've taken a ruler and I have measured at exactly 8 centimeters, because I feel that's in the middle of the book. And you're going to draw across, and where your 8 centimeters is, you're going to draw down. And you're going to put your ch and ch. Now let's include the words that we learned earlier. So the first word that we had was chips. Oops, sorry, I need my pen. So we're going to use the ch, or put the ch in a different color to identify the sound in the word. Chips. Then the next word we had was crunchy. Oops, sorry, wrong color. Crunchy. All right, then we had bench. To sit on a bench. And then finally we had the word church. Church. Now let's look at the words that we wrote over there. And our first word was the word ditch. To fall into a ditch. Ditch. Then our second word was stitch. Let's make that a bit neater. Stitch. Then we have the word fetch. To fetch something. And finally, we have the word watch. To watch our favorite TV shows or to look at our watches on our wrists. Watch. So let's just recap what we needed to do. So I'm going to write this down here for you again. So galaxy you need to find me another 5 words that use our ch sounds. Cosmos. I would like another 6 words, please, that use our ch sounds. And finally, Andromeda. Oopsie, that's a bit unneat, sorry. Andromeda, you're going to find me another 7 words. And there's plenty more to find, actually. Oops. Now, once you guys have filled in your extra words in your columns here, what you're going to do is you're going to write sentences. And your sentences must include your sight words. So remember, if you don't understand what one of these words mean, look it up in a dictionary. It will help you build your sentence. So I'm going to create a sentence as an example. Let me see. Oh, okay, I can think of one. So I'm going to, oh, sorry, before that, let me backtrack. You need to write the heading sentences. Sentences. And you're going to underline it. I'm doing this with one hand, so I hope this is going to come out straight and neat. Oh, goodness gracious. You would use 2 hands. I'm using one because my other hand is filming. Okay. Not the neatest, but you will use 2 hands and line straightly. Okay, so let's look at our first sentence. So my first sentence is, when I go to church, now I'm going to use my different color. Oops. Church. I like to sit on my, now I'm going to use one of my sight words, favorite, on my favorite bench. Because they have bench, well, they're actually called pews, but you can also call it a bench. Oopsie, and look at that, I did not use my color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use a nice straight line to cross that out and write bench. So I need to identify my sight word. So what I'm going to do, my sight word here is favorite. So I'm going to underline it. There we go. So when I go to church, I like to sit on my favorite bench, full stop. So what I want from you guys now is, with your extra words, is you're going to write sentences using your sight words. So, Galaxy, I need you to also please write for me. I'm just going to draw a line down here just to separate it. So, Galaxy, I want you to give me an extra, with all your words. Oh, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I want you to please give me an extra 8 sentences. And, Cosmos, you're going to give me 9 sentences. Oopsie. And finally, Andromeda, I want you to give me 10 sentences. 10 sentences. Let's put full stops. Okay, so let's recap. You're going to write your date. You're going to underline it. Your heading, along with your spelling sounds, and underline it. Your sight words as a heading, and underline that as well. Then you're going to write your sight words, like this. Then going to draw your table and add in your ch and ch words. So you're going to use the ones that we've given here, as well as the extra ones that you must find. Then you're going to write the heading sentences and write out all your sentences. And that is our lesson. If you need any help with anything else, please don't be afraid to contact me. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.